Recently, I was on planet Earth and found myself on the continent of Australia visiting a little town called Nicholson in country Victoria. Whilst there, I was looking at my maps and straight away came across something pretty suspicious in my opinion. A place called Mount Little Dick, which overlooked the boys' camp, which then overlooked Spanker Knob. Was this something suspicious or just a simple coincidence? As I continued to look around, I kept finding odd names on the map in a close proximity, like Mount Welcome, Dogtown, and Forktown. I then came across Mount Baldhead while scratching my bald head, and then Mount Delusion. Finally, I saw three more places called Dead Horse Flat, Battle Point, and Hell's Gate of all things, and thought to myself, it's time to get on my motorbike, draw some fancy lines on a map to help navigate, and go and investigate what is actually going on out there.
I'm super excited about today's ride. It wasn't meant to happen, but when I saw all these funny places on the map, I just had to create a route and get out here and explore. I've purposely not Googled any of the meanings of these locations because I just want to see what it looks like in today's current state. No doubt it's nothing like the name suggests, but a bit of fun to be had, and I'm really looking forward to it. My first location is, which is just up this hill, Mount Little Dick. Oh, slippery. Oh. Come on, Freddy. Yes. Oh, look at this. Mount Little Dick's got a, what is that, a fire watchtower maybe? Oh, how cool is that? I did not expect to see this. Well, would you have a look at that? Mount Little Dick has surprised me. Historic fire tower. Would not have expected to see this at this location purely based off the name. That is really awesome. A few little camp spots as well. Nice hill climb to get here. Wow, Mount Little Dick. I wonder if I can see Spanker Knob from here, which would be in that direction over there. Epic. So I'm just leaving Mount Little Dick and heading over to Little Sugarloaf. There is a big Sugarloaf out here as well. I don't know which location will have the bigger Sugarloaf, but it is important to note that yesterday there was 20 mil of rain out here, and these tracks, they look beautiful and smooth, but they are so slick at the moment. So just got to be careful on these corners, especially not knowing the area. But let's get out to the next location. I'm approaching Little Sugarloaf, pretty keen to see if it's just a lookout perhaps. Can't imagine there being any food here. And we're here. Little Sugarloaf. Well guys, if you're coming out here, Little Sugarloaf is on the maps as a mountain, but there is nothing here. I've just looked on my maps. Little Sugarloaf, there is perhaps a side track. I will get up there and see if there is something a little bit more to be had, because where I am right now there is nothing. So Little Sugarloaf, a bit of a disappointment. No doubt there is a reason for the name, but let me just scoot up around this track here and have a look. Well, this track doesn't really look like it's used a whole heap anymore. I didn't even see a name of it, but this might be the original Little Sugarloaf. Well, there you go, Little Sugarloaf on the main track, and on the back track there's nothing here. So we'll just continue on and pretend this means nothing in the current day, and perhaps back in the day it was a place to get your Sugarloaf. Maybe just not a great place, that's all. So my next location is Mount Welcome. The name sounds awesome. Hopefully there's a nice vantage point. As I get closer and closer to Mount Welcome, the conditions are getting worse and worse. I've now got full-blown fog on the track. The GoPro probably doesn't show how thick it is. Rain, fog, getting very cold all of a sudden. But yeah, Mount Welcome, here I come. Oh man. Just slowing up, I'm getting closer and closer to Mount Welcome. Unfortunately though, my maps is showing the actual top of the mountain is a walking track, which I'm not going to be able to do in these boots. Yeah, so here we are, Mount Welcome. The point out there is about 560 or 70 meters above sea level, but this is it. There's not even a walking track. There is certainly a big dead tree there to identify where it is, no doubt. But it's just a bush, Mount Welcome. I don't really feel that welcomed in terms of the summit, but it's been an awesome bush track and definitely worthwhile coming here to suss it out. But oddly enough, from here, Mount Welcome, later down the track, I have to go to Mount Delusion. Now these names, they sort of contradict one another, from Welcome to Delusional, but let's continue on and see what we explore. As the day goes on, the conditions are worsening. I have to ride my visor up because it keeps fogging up, but the rain's hitting my eyes and the fog is getting more intense as I get higher, which is pretty self-explanatory. But it was meant to be full sun today, so I don't know when the sun's coming out. Unless I'm getting closer to Mount Delusion and this is all in my head. Only time will tell. Oh, it is so slippery. Forktown Helipad is just up the track here. Hopefully it's not too full on in terrain. Here we go, Forktown Helipad. It's even got its own name on the, let me just clear the lens, its own name on the signpost there. But this would be a pretty cool place to camp, obviously where they can do a bit of a rescue if need be. And you would have an epic view here, no doubt. But, you know, Mount Welcome really screwed me over. And I've got all this fog, and I actually think that would be, as far as I can see, is just beautiful flowing mountains. Yeah, well, it's just not going to be like that today, is it? That's alright. Still awesome to come here. Forktown Helipad. Beautiful. As I leave Forktown Helipad, I can't help wonder, but was it named after Mr. Forktown? Was there a town called Forktown once upon a time, or a helicopter called Forktown? I'm certainly not going to go home and Google it because I've got no interest in finding the real facts about it, but it's certainly interesting to at least ride and wonder and come up with my own conclusions. But I'm now heading to Mount Baldhead, which is very fitting because I've got no hair, and that's going to be at 1,350 meters elevation, so no doubt colder, more foggy and more slipperier, but I'll take my time so I don't crash, and I'll get out there and see if there's a bit of a vantage point to be had there, especially for those with no hair like me. Well, here we go, Baldhead track. Wonder if this is going to be hard. Pretty washed out. Wow. Unreal. Sensational. Oh, this is cool. Oh, what do we got here? Some tower. Here we go, this is what I want, to at least see something. Wow, man-made, but nice to see. Here we go, Mount Baldhead. I wouldn't have picked that. But whatever this is, no doubt a communication tower of some sort, but looks like it's got like a, I don't know, is that a diesel engine running? Surely not. No doubt they got cameras looking at me. Battery energy, power solutions for tomorrow's world. Wow. There you go. So I'm at Mount Baldhead. Didn't know what to expect. I thought it'd be a bit of a vantage point. Certainly not one to be had even if it was a clear day. Oh, there's a trig point there too. I'll go suss that out. And I've come across a telecommunications tower up here with engines running, battery powered engines by the sounds of it, yet they've got an exhaust, so I don't know if that's quite correct. My bike is not happy though. I've got to get this carburetor sorted. Not wanting to idle well at all. Here we go. Mount Baldhead trig point. Cool. I love this sort of stuff. This is a worthwhile visit. Underneath this Mount Baldhead trig point, you got the old Survey Coordination Act. I believe that reads permanent mark. I wonder how long that's been there, and the first guys that came up here and decided to erect that. That's pretty cool. Bit of old school stuff. Now that I've been in this area for a few minutes, I don't know if you'd want to camp here, because the two engines that are running over there at the telecommunications tower, they just have this real drony noise the whole time. I don't know, perhaps if the sun's out they turn off and the big solar panel kicks in, but at night time I'd imagine they're running, and that's very, very irritating actually. It's not a very nice spot to want to camp and enjoy the peace and quiet. Oh, let's get out of here. My next location will be... Where am I going next? Aha! Mount Delusion and Mount Delusion Hut. If only you could see what I look like riding for the last hour in these conditions, which are proving very difficult. My visor just keeps fogging up no matter what I do. It's up, down, and it's just this ever so small raindrops that are piercing my eyeballs. And as I get closer to Mount Delusion, I don't mean to say it, but I dead set feel delusional, because I'm out riding, the conditions are super tough, it's slow, my eyes are killing, my brain's frozen. It's just, I love it, but I'm hating it at the same time, yet I'd still be out here no matter what. But the worst bit for me, it wasn't forecast to be like this, but we're in the Victorian high country, so next thing I might snow on me as well. But man, what a tough ride this is proving to be, and zero speed to be had still. I'm going so slow, not on purpose, just have to due to the conditions. So according to my maps, Mount Delusion Hut should just be, oh look at it popping up through the fog. Wow, I did not see that at all. Yeah, cool. Let's get a photo in here, or in the front of it. But here we go. Mount Delusion Hut. Once upon a time, someone was doing something with this. Once again, Lance's facts only, nothing actually factual. Got some very modern cross bracing on it though. Certainly no, that's not original. But at least it's here. For how much longer, I don't know. One of these trees might fall on it. What do you think, Freddie? My new DRZ, what do you think? Absolutely loving life out here, minus some idling issues. Fantastic. Mount Delusion track. Yeah, see, it's a bit strange. All the trees are just being chopped down, which is pretty rare in this sort of area. It's not a pine forest or a state forest. I wonder what the purpose of that is, to chop everything down. I mean, everything looks dead anyway. That's a bit sad to see though. In the middle of the Victorian high country. Maybe something to do with the name, Mount Delusion. Maybe these trees had to go because weird shit was happening up here. Let's see what the top looks like. Well, according to my map, Mount Delusion is right here. This is the highest point. Mount Delusion. Oh, that's disappointing. There's nothing here. Yep, we're at 1350, maybe 1400 elevation. One thing I'm noticing, all these names, it's all bits of shits and giggles, but perhaps Mount Delusion, because you get here and there's nothing here. It's just a little twin track. Oh man. Oh wow. Oh, dragging. Yep. Oh, it's so greasy, Lance. Be careful. Be careful. Ooh. Probably doesn't look like much on the camera, but that's gonna want to take. I'm gonna have to go on this rut. Front wheel's gonna wash out, I reckon, if I stick to this high side. Oh, someone's had some dramas getting up here in a 4-wheel drive. Oh my goodness. Shit, the brakes are all on. Oh, come on, Freddie. You've got this. Here we go. This looks a bit better. Well, the good news is my fog has finally burnt off, and or I've just gotten lower in elevation, so I can finally see again, and the rain stopped. So the further I got away from Mount Welcome and Mount Delusion, my conditions improved. Go figure. So I'm getting close to Dogtown, but it turns out, which I didn't even know, it is along the Haunted Stream track. Now I've done that track before, and there's 52 or thereabouts river crossings along the length of it. Dogtown's only a short way up it, but because I came off Stirling track, I'm actually now between river crossings to get in and out of this location, and it has been bucking down rain yesterday. It's been raining this morning, there's water on the track, so I don't know if these river crossings are going to be doable. These look pretty full, because last time I was here the water had good clarity. Is this going to be worth it? I'm going to have to get wet boots regardless. Here we go. Dogtown. Is it even worth it? Oh, that is icy cold too. Oh yeah, it's not too deep cold, but unfortunately it's going to have to be a put your feet either side job, because I can't see where I'm going. I better get in the middle here just to make sure. Okay, well, it's doable, but gonna be rough. Well, it's on the map, let's give it a go. Come on, bike, don't conk out on me in there. Come on, Freddie. Not too deep actually, just no clarity to be had. Well, that's promising. No, that was a bit deeper, yet it was less wide. Oh, Dogtown, you better have something there. You better have something there, even if it's a buried dog or something. Dogtown is just up over this hill apparently. Dogtown here. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. This is Dogtown. Oh no. I just did 4 or 5 river crossings. I'm soaking wet to come here. And to be honest, this is the saddest spot because someone's hung a dump, left their rubbish there. There was a Coke can there. Oh, Freddie. Dogtown. Turns out it is a little camp spot off the side of the haunted stream track. Oh, that is disappointing. Fun, but disappointing to get wet, like soaking wet, for Dogtown. There's nothing about a dog here. A bit of firewood though for someone coming. Oh man. This is steep as well. It's maintained, but a bit of track damage from a forward drive, which has taken away the nice top coat. Oh man. There is no way I could stand up and go down this. Front wheel would just wash out for sure. Look how greasy it is. Some forward drive has had a good time on here. Ah, come on, get up here. Ah, this bike. How deep's this one gonna be? Oh shit, that was fucking deep. Oh, the water was up to the freaking top of the fuel tank there. Oh my goodness. You escaped that one, Lance. That was dodgy. There's the sign for Dead Horse Flat. Almost at a traffic jam on the main road here, but on the maps it is exactly to my left. Right, well, Dead Horse Flat is down there in the river. Oh my goodness, why have that name? There's got to be a little camp spot down there, I reckon, an old school one. Dead Horse Flat. Well, probably a dead horse down there too, I guess. Via a nice river though, right next to the river. But yeah, there you go, Dead Horse Flat. Not much to be seen here. They got a little bit of roadway to pull over the side to have a look at. Well, nothing. And then just up the road we have got Battle Point. Okay, there might be something here. Let's have a look. Oh, we might actually have something. Battle Point. Set this down there. That to me says it's somebody's house. But Battle Point is just down there. Let me have a look. You never know. Could be something exciting. Probably not. Dead Horse Flat, Battle Point, Hell's Gate. That to me suggests maybe something to do with the war or something. Like if you have a look down there, it looks like there is some kind of little rock wall that's been made. I can't get down there, not in my motorbike gear. But Battle Point. Also, not really anything obvious, guys, but it's on the map. It's on the map. Something significant happened here once upon a time. Or someone just named it on Google Maps and caught it that and it's just stuck. I'm coming up to Hell's Gate. The name sounds terrible, but for the first time today I've got a little bit of blue sky right above Hell's Gate, which is to my left right now. Oh, fair income, I can't see anything. Here we go, Hell's Gate, down there. Well, how do you get to these bloody places? Well, there you go. Hell's Gate is between two rivers. Oh, I can't get down there. it's dead set between two rivers. Finally, as the day breaks and I'm getting some sun and no more rain, right next to Hell's Gate. Now, I'm not religious by any means, but the vibe I'm getting is the last three names, maybe something to do with the war times, maybe not. I really don't know. I'm not being disrespectful, I just don't know. Or they're just names that people gave because back in the day it was a really bad place and, I don't know, they had to put a horse down and had to fight with the river or something. If anyone knows about Battle Point, Hell's Gate and Dead Horse Flat in and around the Tambo crossing area, put in the comments what significance it is for everybody else. Well, I've got to continue on, and I've now got to get to Spanker Knob, or Knoll, and then Dead Horse Creek. I'm going to cross that and see what they're all about. Not too far down the road. Let's go. If these last few tracks are like this, it's going to be so fantastic to finish the day on really flowy trails where, for once, you've got a fair bit of clearing either side, so you've got some visibility on wildlife. And you can go a little bit faster and not worry about colliding into something. Alright, Spanker Knob, I kid you not, that's what it's called. We are approaching right now. Oh man, there's not going to be anything here. Here we are, Spanker Knob, the top of a mountain on Spanker Road, believe it or not, that's what it's called. Oh man, there's nothing to be seen at all. But the reason why I came here, because if I zoom out of my maps here, when I was looking here on the bigger maps, I have Spanker Knob there. Then you had the boys' camp. Hopefully you can see that. And then not too far from there, we had Mount Little Dick. So the fire tower was looking over the boys' camp, which was looking over Spanker Knob. And it was all too coincidental to, you know, I was just thinking it was a bit sus, so I thought I'd come out here and just make sure there was nothing suspicious going on. And it turns out there's not. Mount Little Dick, the boys' camp, and Spanker Knob is, yeah, well, it's just a bit of bush. It's all good. But let's continue on. That was another disappointment, but still fun getting here. Rain, hail or shine, how could you not enjoy riding out here? Sure, the tracks today haven't been hard, not many of them anyway, but it is just fantastic. I've had bad weather, but bad weather on the bike sure as hell beats sitting on the couch any day of the week in my book. Still got one more location to go though, one more to go. Well, Dead Horse Creek is just around this corner, but because this track is such a main track, I suspect there is actually no creek. Here we are right now. What a place to finish, hey! That is actually pretty cool. Dead Horse, cool. Hang on, gotta move my bike a little bit. That's sinking down. Well, there you go, guys. Dead Horse Creek. No idea why it's called that, but this is where the ride is going to end. The purpose of today's ride was I was in a location that I'm not normally in, and I wanted to go for a ride, and I had an opportunity. So by finding all those funny names and linking them all together, it gave me a purpose to get out and explore a place I would otherwise probably never ride, not the tracks that I've done anyway. It has been absolutely awesome, but if anyone knows about the meaning or the actual reasoning behind any of these names, please put it in the comments. I love to read about that, and everybody else can read about it as well. If you want this route and you live in Victoria, it's about 260 kilometres from where I started. But in the description there'll be a link, go there. Otherwise, guys, like, comment and subscribe, and next time, well, who knows where I'll be, but I'll catch you on the next adventure.